Welcome to the It's Beyond Me podcast. I'm your host, Freddy T.
Your girl Drip Nasty.
Andre.
Your boy Myron lost his damn mind.
About the black dating app called Black. Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
Sometimes if they're, Redbone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Reveals its true colors. We can say that.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, not red pill-ish over there.
Oh, I never said I was red pill. I defend all that can't be defended.
I mean, I thought these were your homeboys.
No,
man.
I'm the devil's advocate.
Oh, okay. I see everybody's kicking them to the curb now.
I didn't realize that when Fresh and Fit put out that live stream and said they were going to nuke our channel, they just ended up nuking their own. I don't know why Myron did this, but he decided to go on Sneako's live stream on Rumble.
Let's see if Pearl still. You have to wear that too?
Yeah, of course. How am I going to break this down if I'm not in my proper attire as a race?
Bro.
All right, can you move over a little bit?
Okay, moving over.
Fucking change.
You see out of that, you fucking sand nigga?
But it's okay.
White supremacist sand nigga?
Shut up. Bro, you're the worst of the worst. You eat dogs and you kill people as a black guy. And an Asian.
Yeah, true.
I never thought Myron was the face of the red pill anyway.
Me too, but if you really think about it, Fresh and Fit was like the last man standing.
No, there's a lot of them.
Who still wants to? A lot of them have retreated. Pearly Things is general news now. She still dabbles in the manosphere, but she's not really pushing it as hard as she was.
She's heavy in the red pill.
And then who else?
Rolo.
O'Shea Duke, he ran away. He's now just a celebrity blogger now, isn't it? Isn't that what he's saying? Who else? What's that other dude's name? Sparks.
I mean, the King and Tate's still in timeout.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like it's something me and you discussed last time. And say that the manosphere needs the Tate brothers to come back, because without them, they're going to hell.
Who's that weird that can't speak? Who's that? He black as hell. Bate man. Yeah, let's keep going.
I fucking preach. We're those for fun.
Holy shit, who's this gay nigga here with the red? What the fuck is going on? What in tarnation fucking pussy shit is that? I know that preaching it.
Mad respect to minorities. What the fuck? Stop!
What?
I want to get another right.
They're probably swinging around eating some bananas. Fucking stupid bitch. Preach is crying right now, swinging from a monkey branch,
Bro.
Eating a banana, playing some Donkey Kong on an N64 because he's a stupid prick. He's a window licking stupid nigga.
What?
What? Fat ugly white.
Hey.
Oh, that nigga spin. I like that. I like that.
This video that
we
we
got these
responded
niggas running like it's an employment line.
What the
What? Don't do that. I will find you, you fucking stinky looking piece of shit. You go fucking fat right here. I don't like you already. Ever compare that Myron dude to them fucking Jews, you motherfucker.
Whoa.
Damn right there, high value man. They save more lives than your monkey asses have. What the fuck you niggas doing? Y'all sitting there in that tight ass film. I'm sitting next to a fucking monkey. Same shitty fucking camera for a damn decade. Same shitty road mic right there that looks like a penis forever. You guys have not proved nothing, and you fucking niggas, millionaires, now invested back in the business, get called out by a fucking racist KKK member out of Tennessee. You motherfuckers are losers. I'm roasting y'all right now. That nigga sound like he got a 39 IQ. Holy shit. I don't know how this guy preaches take it seriously. Like, this nigga is fucking stupid. Say Albanian nigga yesterday said something about, shut the fuck up, you fucking you stupid nigga. Not showing the women that y'all are with not one time. Last time I checked, that Myron nigga got like 3 or 4 girlfriends, okay?
Well, I feel like they're desperate for attention. They can't make waves without racial controversial stuff at this point, because they're not funny. They don't have natural charisma.
Y'all have these problems with Abba and Preach, and then your first go-to is to talk about how they're black and basically making jokes about Abba being Arab and stuff like that. Is Sudan not Arab?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's hiding behind. When he introduces himself, Myron says, "I am Arab black." He doesn't say I'm black. He hides behind the blackness that he has as a guard for what he says. Oh, I can say the N-word because I'm black, you know? Yeah, am I right or wrong?
I mean, yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Because most Egyptian guys I know, they're like my skin complexion, but they don't claim to be black. They claim to be Egyptian. And Dominicans, they're darker than me.
But in his case, he's Sudanese.
Yeah.
So I mean, as much as he wants to claim Arab, he's blacker than that. So he needs to just get over himself.
But he is a Muslim. He is a Muslim.
But
Kevin Gates is a Muslim. I mean, I don't mean shit. I'm just being honest to people.
He's racist, though. He's trying to feed off of that whole thing of, oh, well, he's black, so he can't be racist.
Like, they want to go here and say, you're a racist, Myron. Cool. The fucking Arab guy that's also black that literally, like, I hit so many different check marks for the KKK. Y'all want to call me racist? Cool.
Black people can definitely be racist.
They can. But no, what I'm saying is that's what he's using as an excuse.
He's using the same thing that old boy, what's his name, the white supremacist dude, Fuentes,
yeah.
He's using the same thing Fuentes said times like 10.
I mean, Nick Fuentes is no joke racist.
Well, that was a little hardcore. This is a little hardcore even for me.
I'm glad you didn't show up in a white hood, Nick. That would have optics, you know?
I was going to do the MAGA hat, but it wouldn't go as hard as the white hood, so.
Nick, your followers are going to Myron now. You got competition.
That's true. Both of you guys are, it's like I'm being outdone. I thought I went pretty hard in November.
You got Myron leading the dissident right now.
Yeah, it's a couple of the Albanian and a black guy gonna out.
Goes to show how things have changed, because I remember when Dave Chappelle did the Clayton Bigsby shit back in the day, it was fucking hilarious. But nowadays you do that shit, they're like, oh my god, just goes to show how pussified we've become.
He's up for racist.
Fuentes, the thing with him is he's ironic because he's mixed. He's not white. He's not white. He's Fuentes. Come on, man. He's got Spaniard in him, and he's over here talking about
a white supremacist.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, and then the dude that
wait. You can be white and not be mixed.
No,
you can be Mexican and not be mixed.
Oh no, he's mixed.
Yeah, he's got a white parent.
He even says he's mixed with Italian on top of that.
Yeah, and
Italian's white.
No, but
they call black people
they kind of don't consider that as far as he says, because these guys use the other race to guard them from being criticized. That's the underlining point that we're trying to get across. At the end of the day, his beef is with Abba and Preach, right?
Yeah.
Well, he says it's with Abba. You're saying that Abba called you the R word, and
so you use the N word. I don't know.
And so you use the N word. Yeah, it's like it's like, okay, so how does that correlate? And then Abba came back and actually stated that, dude, you're taking it out of context. That's not what I said. I just said I don't associate myself with guys with low moral, like.
Yeah, being like, oh, well, if you're gonna come on my show, then we gotta smash.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, the text message that he pulled up, not that Abba pulled, the text message he pulled up and chose to show online. When you pause it, it clearly shows him soliciting. Saying that he's only gonna do a collab with her if he can smash, which says the same thing I've always said about Fresh and Fit, that these boys couldn't get laid at all if they weren't tricking. All they do is trick. At the end of the day, the manosphere, these guys are supposed to be like right up there in the manosphere. Am I right? They might not be the face of it, but they are pretty much manosphere royalty. Am I right?
Yeah.
And the only way they get laid is by paying for it.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
I wouldn't pay for no pussy, but that's crazy.
I'm just being honest to you guys. Like, to me, Fresh CEO, he needs to rethink his partnership with old boy, because at the end of the day, if this is the guy you sit next to all day, every day, and he's saying all this stuff, he's pretty much calling you a monkey, bro. I'm looking at him like you need to you need to look at your association with certain people, and you need to start questioning. Evidently, he doesn't see him as an equal. Because if he saw him as an equal when he did this whole meltdown that he had, he would have had him right there with him.
I'm curious on what's going to happen with their channel, because not only did he say this stuff about black people, he also threw in some stuff about Jews. And I mean, everybody else,
on that Kanye wave.
Yeah, like everybody else had to feel that for a little bit. So I'm curious to see on it if anything's going to happen with their channel for this little tidbit about Jews.
Well, my whole thing, and you know, a lot of people will say, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen to their channel," and I do agree with that. Nothing probably will happen to it because you know what, toxicity sells.
Even Mike Fuentes went on a no-fight list, and they froze his bank accounts and stuff for the things he said against
But
Jews.
I also look at it like this: if y'all didn't notice, like the part that gets me about this whole video is when he had Fuentes and Pretty Things and all them on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even they were like, bro, you outdid us. They were like, damn.
Yeah, Pearly was rolling to the side.
Pearly was like, I don't know if I can associate myself with this. Fuentes was looking at him like, bro, really? You had to put you put the thing over your face?
She got a lot of backlash just from having Fuentes sit on her channel
Yeah.
few things.
Which is worse, blackface or a Klan hat?
I think it's the same. It's equally as bad. No, because that's why I get on people. Okay, if we're gonna complain about blackface, we also have to complain about whiteface. We have to complain about people dressing up as white people and try to make fun of them.
Yeah.
And we have to also complain about the whole dressing up as a KKK member, because if a white guy dressed up as a Black Panther member, we'll get pissed off, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Unless it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but I'm just being honest. Like they people want to flip flop and say, "Oh, it's not the same." It is. At the end of the day, we need to stop. We need to stop giving certain things passes and allowing certain things, because like the excuse he's using is he's pretty much using the black card to get him out of it.
Yeah, I don't like this idea that only white people can be racist. Like, black people can be racist. Like, y'all ever heard Dr. Umar Johnson? Racist is all outdoors. Like,
he's a black supremacist.
Yeah.
Openly black supremacist. So I look at people and I say, so it's okay to be a supremacist when you're black or when you're white? What's the difference?
No, it's never okay to be a supremacist when you're white.
I know. I look at it and I say,
choose when it's okay to do it when you're black. Though there was a dude had dreads. I can't remember his name, but he went in front of Congress people and made a speech, and then he was talking about how they should openly kill white people because that's the only way to solve their problems for the future generation of black people.
The fact that this is even platformed, and I mean, it just makes no sense. This guy name is Kamau Kambone.
Their system is not stopping. And then finally, I want to say that we need one idea. And we're not thinking about a solution to the problem. We're dealing with all these other things, but these are diversions from the solution to the problem. And we have to
listen to the solution that he's talking about.
Start to think about a solution to the problem so that these young brothers and sisters who are here now, who are 15, 16, and 17, are not here 25 years later talking about these same problems. Now, how do I know that the white people know that we are going to come up with a solution to the problem? I know it because they have retina scans, they have what they call racial profiling, DNA banks, and they're monitoring our people to try to prevent the one person from coming up with the one idea.
What?
And the one idea is how we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem.
He said that people should be allowed to kill white people so that way it would stop, because that's the only conclusion he's come to end systemic racism and whatnot, is to kill white people.
Dr. Umar is the guy that, this guy has been supposedly building a school for black kids that has been like in the works for how many years now?
Like over 10.
10, and after millions of dollars of donations, we still haven't broken ground.
Even
But-
Kanye started at school already. So did
Yeah.
LeBron.
So,
Come on, Umar. Keep up.
I mean,
A lot of the ones that be putting on that face right there, all they do is be.
But
scamming
notice
black
one thing,
people.
he be wearing some snazzy suits though.
Oh yeah.
But hey, one thing I can't say about Umar is he's consistent. He's one consistent.
He's very
consistently
consistent.
racist.
Yeah.
This man got mad about the Spider-Man movie because the young black kids chasing a white woman.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
a cartoon.
I was like, he's even mad about racist cartoons. I was like, hey, do your thing, Umar. You know.
And then he got mad about Little Mermaid because he said he wasn't black enough.
The Little Mermaid was chasing after a white man. He was mad about that.
Hey, I mean, he's very consistent with what he does, but I think he's full of shit too.
But he's still racist. Like, y'all can't pretend he's not racist. Just like you can't say Myron's not racist for doing what he just did.
But you have to remember, Umar states literally spits out the same stuff that is most white supremacists spit out when he's talking about the purity of race. He's always, and he speaks about that a lot.
Yeah.
He's always talking about that we need to have more black people just with other black people and make sure our race stays pure and all this other crap. And
if you feel that way, bro, you feel that way. Like, you can move that way. But to sit up here and then talk down on other black men who date white women and stuff like that, like they're race traitors, the same thing that the white supremacists be saying to the white people.
But what people don't understand is, like, there's only 3 races in the world. There's Asian, there's black, and there's white.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just a mix. Like, Mexican is just a mix of Asians, were Native Americans that came over and mixed with Spaniard and some slaves. They're just a mix. Like, everyone's just a mix at this point. So, like, people defending, like,
pure race isn't even a thing.
It's not even like Mexicans dating Mexicans. You're just dating your far off cousin.
When you look at it now, only a handful of people are really pure. Majority of people's families have people who are mixed with other things.
Yeah.
And hell, in another decade, they might not even be such a thing as pure.
I mean, those Asian countries have been doing a good job.
I know Asian countries have been trying, and some African countries have been trying, but at the end of the day, even majority of West African countries, most of the people you see, you might look black, but there are a lot of things that show that you're mixed. Just because your complexion is one thing, some people, that's why you have some Puerto Rican guys who are blacker than night, but they got the light blue eyes.
Yeah.
And so and and it's the same thing in West Africa. The fact that this is still a topic is disturbing in its own, but it also says something for the manosphere because these are your top guys who are supposedly high value men. That's the part I don't understand. How is this high value? Like I always say to people,
this is a child throwing a temper tantrum.
Hey, let's leave the high value out of this. We'll discuss that later. I think the main reason this is happening is because he's running out of content to talk about. Because before, notice, Fresh and Fit was popping before Abbott and Preach. Like, Abbott and Preach, Destiny, all of them made their channels off of reacting to Fresh and Fit.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh and Fit didn't have to address them back then. They had to address them now because Fresh and Fit doesn't have new content to talk about. Like, the tapes are in Romania still.
He comes out and he says because Abbott and Preach have so many followers, well, would you just let somebody with that many followers talk about you and just not say anything, blah, blah, blah. All it is him throwing a temper tantrum. And that's why I think that it's ironic that he calls himself a high-value man, and then he throws tampers like a child, and then when somebody pokes at him, then he starts doing things like this. Like, this is his retaliation to somebody saying
the funniest part
an opinion
is,
about him.
Every red pill guy here, when they start arguing about something, they first run to is either race, then they run to, oh, I've got this many girlfriends, what do you have? I mean, no offense to nobody. If being a trick is what makes you a high-value man, then I'm sorry, I'd rather not be a high-value man. Because at the end of the day, if you can't find the one valuable female to be with, that you have to have 3 who are supposedly friends, bro, they're looking at you like a wallet, bro. They're not friends. They're just doing their thing, and you're just their sugar daddy. You're an idiot.
There's no guy on this planet who can determine what a high-value man is. It's always going to be a female who picks who's a high-value man.
But he's the one saying this, and this is supposedly the red pill royalty right here. This is you know the one of the faces of what represents the
But the
manosphere.
channel's falling off. I can definitely tell they're running out of content.
The two white guys that be talking, and then they always have some girls on there who are on some ignorant
The
ass stuff.
whatever.
Whatever podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they kicked off these two girls. They were talking to them about some stupid topic about the transsexuals and would you date them and whatever. But it's always the same thing. You've got two guys and a girl, or two girls and a guy, and then they'll have what I like to call the bimbos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The girls who are just really there, they didn't take them for what they know. They took them for how they look. They were like, everybody, you know, the average dude is going to be going through his Facebook or going through whatever, and a short might pop up or the long video might pop up, and they just see, oh, damn, she looks cute. Let me see what they're talking about. It's obvious. And then the thing is, it's all cool if those girls are agreeing with what they're talking about, but the minute they disagree, it's get off my show.
The Red Pill, like whatever podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast, they're following the young Ben Shapiro model. Remember, he used to go to these colleges, debate these young kids, college students, and smash them in arguments.
But the thing is, Ben Shapiro would let the people have their voice, and then he'll come with facts. These guys, they will have their little.
I didn't say they perfected them all.
No, but they
follow that
but the
system.
thing that gets me is they all follow the Fresh and Fit setup, where they have the people, the main hosts, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the bimbos.
Yeah.
And then they have a guest. That's all they ever do. And every single time somebody starts coming up with some facts or comes up with something to argue and that doesn't feel like they agree with what their agenda is get the hell off my show. The minute the guest opposes what they're saying, all of a sudden he's public enemy number one.
Yeah.
They wonder why they're running out of material. They're running out of material because they don't let the people that are on their shows actually speak. If they let them talk, then maybe they would.
I mean, it's not always the case because they had Destiny on, and Destiny did a good job arguing, countering them in conversation, and they didn't kick him out. I think
they didn't kick out.
There's also a point where
because it's
Discord
Destiny.
breaks. No, there's also a point where Discord breaks down. So if you're going straight to insults and slurs, I mean, it is appropriate to kick someone out, but there's definitely a more tactful way to handle it.
If somebody who has value that's on their show, they won't kick them
They won't kick them out. Like
Bro, it's the
Destiny,
same thing.
Destiny, they know if they kick them out, they're gonna get a lot of blowback from their fans alone. Because
Yeah.
Destiny comes with fans as it is. But when it's the everyday person like you or me off the street, which is what they like to pull. They have recruiters who go like Pearly Things was.
No, they don't have recruiters. They get there from seeking arrangements. That's how they pick those girls.
Yeah, but some of them, Pearl actually goes in the street sometimes.
Oh, for real?
She's well known for it.
That, and then she stopped recruiting at one point, and then the Nigerian dude
Would go out to like
Yeah,
clubs
they
and
do it.
just recruit random girls. Be like, hey, you want to be on a show? You know, some girls just want to be on a show because they have a TikTok or something and they're trying to get famous too.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, okay. The thing that gets me is like, okay, Myron, you say you're gonna do this thing and you're gonna end Abba and Preacher's career and whatever, and you go on there and you literally come off like
a schmuck, a racist schmuck. At the end of the day, they're running out of content because they've been preaching the same thing over and over and over again. And it's like, dude, you've run out of things to say. People are starting to see through the BS. Y'all are better off just letting Tate handle it because he was delivering the message in a whole other way that y'all could never.
Well,
And
people are seeing through the gimmick.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly. They're seeing
because
through it, so.
Myron and them always claimed that they could pick up any girl, right?
Yeah.
That was what used to sell Fresh and Fit, right? Then we all found out that Fresh is a trick and he's on Sugar Baby sites, you know? And then we found out that Myron's done pretty much the same thing. He's tricking money over here and
offering people
people
a chance to be on their show.
Yeah, he's
Smash.
pretty much
That's how
pulling a
y'all
Harvey
do it.
Weinstein
Oh, hell no.
just to get. I mean that's pretty much what he's doing.
Myron hosting casting couch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing.
He said, "I don't collab with women unless they have sex with me."
Yeah.
Unless they smash,
and
then they don't get to come on
because
the show.
the girl didn't understand him at first, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm single," and then that's the only way he let her on there. And then when she outed him, he tried to play like he didn't say that. And then the stupid part about it is,
did he actually pipe though?
I think she outed him.
If he had her on the show,
I think he did.
That's crazy.
He did, and then she outed his ass too.
I'm pretty sure he smashed and she got on there, and then she exposed him and her at the same time because he pretty much sold out just to sit on the show.
You did a little trick just to get on the show? That's wild. Couldn't be my daughter. You better stay at home. Start your own YouTube channel.
She did a little strange to get that fame, but
and honestly, I think that the red pill situation is about
where does the red pill go from here? Like,
where can it go? Because in theory, the god of the red pills has been debunked. Everything he says just looks like trash now. And I'm not talking about Tate. I'm talking about that other guy. What's his name? The one who
the older guy.
Yeah, the one who Sneeko and Destiny destroyed a few weeks ago.
Rolo?
Yeah, Rolo, when he was talking about vasectomy, it's like, come on, bro.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
That was wild boy
talk. High quality men get vasectomy so that they can't have children.
I mean,
how about they do this? How about they have self control and not screw anything that walks, and then maybe they won't have a whole bunch of kids running all over the place.
Yeah.
Bro, what happened to just wearing a condom?
Yeah,
man?
bro,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, I know it feels good without it, but man,
I know, but I'm looking at them like, why is it self-control is something that they don't boost for high value men? Like, why is that not?
The only self-control they try to boost is for you to get up and go work out. That is as far as self-control goes for the high value men.
They make it seem like, oh yeah, if you just work out and go like this, you're gonna be swole like half these men. Half of these dudes that they showing live in the gym, bro, and they are on other supplements than what they make it seem. You know what I mean?
And working out, like, you can work out a lot.
It all has to do with your genetics at the end of the day.
Your genetics and your diet. Like, you play more a role into how good you look than actually, like,
and then on top of that, they're like, oh yeah, you have to have a sports car, and you have to have this and that. And I look at them and I'm like, damn, high value.
Yeah, some of that is wild. Like Kevin Gates, he always used to be chubby, and Johnny come out lean and mean all of a sudden. He was first saying, oh yeah, so let's break it down. Then couldn't find out, oh yeah, it's the Adderall.
That's why all these people out here buying Ozempic. Yeah, I know about your little dirty secret.
Everybody
pooping your pants.
Everybody. I was laughing at people because everybody's like, oh yeah, it's like this, it's like this. That's why they losing weight. I'm like, nah, they on that crack
drugs.
Crack where they
you
are.
Lose your appetite.
They are losing their appetite because
people out here doing cocaine.
Yeah, they're hyped up on coke, Addies, sugar diabetes pills. Like, come on, bro. Like, people need to get out the gas and just be honest to themselves. This is the type of dudes that some 13-year-old is sitting there saying he wants to be like. I look at Sneeko sideways for even allowing this to happen on his feed. Yeah. Number one, because you are a minority, Sneeko, so you should be ashamed of yourself. And number two, Sneeko, because it's his channel.
Oh, yeah.
But he's on Rumble. He's already been kicked out everywhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, Sneeko, it's like, bro, like, every time people want to look at you and give you some respect, you're going to do this and associate yourself with trash. Because look at this.
Myron, big brother, though.
You're half Asian and black, right? And you sit over here and you allow this guy to say that you eat dogs and all this other shit. So you just let him disrespect you as a person, right? And then you got Myron. I wasn't going to let him get away with nothing because he's a self-hating little dweeb.
Didn't they have a pedo on the stream?
That's him, the Albanian guy.
I know she did some other disrespectful shit, but yeah, a little beef, and she tries to cancel me, call me a pedo. And then she's like freaks out when I go, yeah, I am. What do you mean? You're not supposed to agree that you're a pedophile. No, I am. I'm literally a pedo. And she had a mental breakdown because I said that. She's like, oh my God, he's a suicide bomber. Now he's destroying my stream. I'm like, you have a pedo in your house. hey. Like, I can knock out Chris Hansen. Like, I'm that nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all gonna let this slide? y'all want to protect the children. Y'all
It's like the Three Musketeers.
You got the cuck, you got the pedo, and you got the racist.
Yeah.
Y'all hit it on. Hey, diversity. That is diversity. Diversity in thought and morals.
They're very inclusive.
And then you have the white supremacist who then comes on, who's a confused little soul.
Who's also mixed.
Who's also mixed.
This is kind of crazy, man.
And then you have the self-hating over 26-year-old, because remember she says,
"Hey, leave
you have to
Pearl
be
out of
26."
this. For once,
No,
she
no,
didn't
no.
do anything bad.
Yeah,
for
once she was just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
She just came and be like, "What's going on?"
To be honest,
Oh, hell no.
honest,
She be in the wrong too, man. She be sitting up here hating on women and shit. One, you're a woman. How you gonna hate on women? And then
I don't think she hates women. She just kinda
does.
she does.
She invites women on her
Dude,
show.
I watched.
Like, that's not
my,
friend.
my wife made me watch a whole bunch of her shows, right? And she was proving a point to me one day, and she was like, "If you really listen to her, a guy can come onto a show and say the most outlandish shit you've ever heard, and she'll agree with it.
About nothing.
But let a girl
say
come on
something
and
that's
she,
in defense of women,
and
then she's all over it. Oh well, I just think that women need to get over it, or women need to get off their high horse. Women should accept being cheated on because we don't offer.
I get it. She has something against women. I get it. But at the same time, look at yourself in the mirror. If you don't like women to that extent, cut your tits off and
be a guy.
Be a guy. I mean, that's the woke way, ain't it?
Whoa, y'all lay off Pearl. This is a video about mine. Y'all out here digging on Pearl.
I'll put it like this to people. If you want to associate with them and you on the screen and they talking all that trash,
she rolled right out. She did the right thing. When someone does the right thing,
she only did it because she knows that she would get.
Hey, don't be like Myron now. You gotta give people the flowers when they're due. She actually rolled off the screen. Come on now.
Yeah, she did, but
she did, but she shouldn't have been there to start off with. She should have known when this guy over here called her, when Fuentes called her and said, "Hey, let's go on to the stream. Are you seeing what's going on?" She should have been like, I'm busy. Let me call you back later.
Wait, no, it's actually better to state your opinion about something than say nothing at all and let people assume like, oh, that's her friend. She probably thinks the same way. That's why she didn't pop up. Pearl, have me on. I'll defend you. She did the right thing. I think she did the right thing.
Pearl
showed up, scooted out like this is fucked up.
Pearl is not a racist, but
she's not a racist. She's stupid. If I stay around the people who are in everybody's face right now, I stay relevant.
Well, she's a good businesswoman. That's how YouTube works. That's why we're reacting to this. Come on now, we're trying to get rich too.
Yes, real talk. Yes, we are. So I mean, but
I can't knock her hustle. That's all I'm saying.
I can't knock her hustle.
Nick,
I'm not.
You racist.
But you can't knock his hustle.
I can't knock his hustle
controversial, right?
Oh no, he's actually in the political sphere. So you have to get people. He's trying to fund campaigns and stuff.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is it. This is what people fail to understand. He is doing the same thing they're all trying to do. And at the end of the day, he's doing the exact same thing Pearl, Myron, Sneeko, and whoever the pedo is there is. I don't know his name, but apparently he's a pedo because of that clip.
Bro, he said he was a pedo. I never seen a clip like that. This is the most honest pedo I've ever met.
More of the story is, so you're seeing the way that the red pill industry is all crumbling. It's fallen to its knees, and it's about time. My only thing with them that I liked was the way that Andrew Tate was speaking to guys and actually motivating them to get up off their ass and make something of themselves instead of sitting in their mom's basement whacking off and playing video games. That is the only benefit I felt from the whole thing. But everything else that comes with it is trash. It's hypocritical. They ain't really living like that.
I'm actually disappointed. Overall disappointed. A lot of these guys are immigrants. They're mixed. And it seems like a lot of self-hatred for the black race.
They're making fun of black people, trying to make them look like monkeys.
Moral fag. Trying to take the high road, trying to virtue signal. I knew your bitch ass was gonna do this. Man, if I saw your dumb ass in front of me, I'd hang you.
It's like you came here, and you benefit a lot from the struggles black people went through in this country to get to this point, Yeah. Like, you should have some appreciation for it.
And that's the part that gets me about Myron, because it's like, as a fellow immigrant myself, I look at Myron and I say, bro, like, you're making us look bad, bro. And then the part that gets me is Myron's an immigrant, so is CEO Fresh. They're both immigrants. How am I, as an immigrant who's trying to be a YouTuber, how are you opening doors for us? How are you being anything for us if you're acting like this? Fellow black YouTubers look at us sideways because they're like, well, last time we let one of y'all in, look at what y'all did. Boom, they play a tape like this. I was like, when I first saw this video, I was like, wow. I said, this man then lost his mind.
Yeah.
Remember I called you, I was like, hey, you seen your boy Myron?
Bro, I didn't look at it yet. Just wait till this video. I'm going to do a fresh take on it. And honestly, I'm disappointed, Myron.
You wanted to give an excuse for him, but you saw it and you just were like, all you could do was shake your head.
I was like, oh, how is he racist? And then you listen to it a little more. And then that wasn't even all of it.
This was edited because it was a 2-hour video.
Yeah, it's a bad look, Myron.
And for the most part, the reason it's so edited is because a lot of the stuff he says, a lot of we can't put on YouTube. So we have to play the edited.
And Myron, I know you're going to try to write it off of this. I'm being comedic. I'm being funny. It's obvious I'm not racist. Like, no, it's not obvious you're racist because black people can be racist too. And you're saying racist things, not most of them, which were not funny. Like Myron, it was a really bad.
There was no, every joke has a build up to it. There was no build up. There was nothing funny about what he was saying.
Nothing creative about it.
There was nothing creative. And to be honest, to Myron, he is not funny. He doesn't have a single funny bone in it. It just goes with whatever I was saying, that Fresh and Fit are both lames. Like I said, if they didn't have the money, they would not be able to pull shit.
But it tends to happen. People who lean on the very conservative side don't have a great sense of humor. It's like talking to lawyers. Like,
But I'm putting it like this. Ben Shapiro actually has he's actually funny.
I mean,
but
no,
he
doesn't have jokes.
He
doesn't have jokes. He's
like Andrew.
But he's
Schultz
funnier
said,
than that.
That man's a dork.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's still funnier than that.
Yeah,
he's got sarcasm.
He's got sarcasm, and it's he knows how to.
Here's a shtick.
He knows how to get a little humor out of things. But
he literally said it because he hates Abba and Preach, and then he said openly how he feels about them.
In just a few minutes of him starting the stream, he already had over 37 slurs.
Yeah, the slur count was crazy.
Yeah.
It was insane.
More N-words than Dave Chappelle's kid. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He had the nerve to bring it up, too. Like, compare himself to Dave Chappelle. Like, no, that was nothing on what Dave Chappelle did.
It doesn't really make sense to me why he chose to go out bad like this. I don't know. You guys tell me. This is the It's Beyond Me podcast. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you guys think. And we'll get back to you with a rebuttal of whatever you guys say. I'm your host, Freddy T.
Andre.
Nasty.
And we'll catch you next time.